Well, on Fanalysis, we find the sharpest angles by using analytics to back up these sports betting trends. Sports investment analyst Jared Smith from SportsGrid is with us. And Jared, the Jets are off this week, but the Giants have a big game against Philly. They're 3.5-point dogs. Can the Giants beat any team not named Washington?
I don't know. And they haven't beaten the Eagles since 2016. Now, they're 5-3 against the spread in that time. So they're covering numbers, and they are a divisional home dog, which has been the trend du jour around the NFL this season, going 12-2. But I don't think they can beat the Eagles straight up. I like Philly getting a little bit healthier. They're starting to figure out, piecemeal this offensive line together. I like what I've seen from Jalen Reagor. He looks like Jeremy Maclin reincarnated. Alshon Jeffrey should be back this week. So the Eagles getting healthier. The Giants have the trend in their favor. I like getting points at home when I'm an underdog, or getting points at home when I'm in the division. But I don't see the spark from Daniel Jones here.
I noticed you went with Maclin and not Deshaun Jackson here. So
yeah, no.
There's a line that you have to draw there. Okay. I want to push this forward because I think that we're at the halfway point of the season. We've got a pretty good idea as to how the rest of the season is going to play out. So I'd like to get your take on some futures. And let's start things off with the race for MVP. It really seems to be narrowing down. Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. How do you fall on all of these?
It's really tough to leave out Patrick Mahomes and not have him be booked as the top guy in the league. But I understand the respect that Russell Wilson has put on this year. The books are certainly respecting him. He's never won the award. He's kind of got that gleam in his eye that he wants to win it for the first time. But that being said, Seattle is not as good of a team as Kansas City. And I think that is what separates me between the Chiefs and the Seahawks here. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think has done enough. I think he's a good candidate, not a great candidate. I think this is a two-horse race between Mahomes and Wilson. I would lean Mahomes because, again, the number's a little longer, and I think the Chiefs as a team are better. But this is a regular season award, and regular season accolades certainly are warranted here. Russell Wilson deserves to be the favorite right now, but Patrick Mahomes is right there. And just how he plays the game is so exciting. I would put my money on Mahomes right now.
Yeah, and you have to think how the media covers each one of these teams certainly plays a role into which one's going to win the MVP. NFC Championship, best odds to get to the NFC, or win the NFC Championship, New Orleans and Seattle. Do those odds entice you that you see?
Definitely New Orleans more than Seattle. I think Seattle's defense is what's going to trip them up at some point in the playoffs. They're going to face one of these really good offenses, whether it be Aaron Rodgers of Green Bay, and they're just going to give up a ton of points and a ton of yards. And I think that's where they will be derailed. Now, Tampa Bay, I thought was going to be that it team. They've kind of fallen off just a little bit. New Orleans has taken over that mantle. The Saints right now, I think, are playing the best football in the entire NFL. Maybe right there with the Chiefs because they're doing it on both sides. Their defense looked so good on Sunday night against the Bucs. Their secondary was playing at a lockdown level, shutting down all those rhythm and timing routes that Tom Brady loves to run. The Saints defense right now is what makes them the best team, I think, in the NFC.
But as we saw last year with Tennessee, it's really about, does the team get hot at the right time?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
The Titans did last year. All right, so this is maybe the most important question of the day. NFC East champion, the Eagles, minus 350 all the way to the Giants, plus 1,000. Are you enticed enough to throw your money away on the Giants at plus 1,000?
I'll say this. I'm more enticed to bet the Giants at plus 1,000 than I am the Eagles at minus 350, and here's why. The Eagles line, the implied odds of that line is telling you that the Eagles are going to win the NFC East 77.8% of the time. And in 2020, nothing is that certain. So I would absolutely not be laying that kind of juice with the Eagles. Now, if you like the Giants this weekend, I think they're about 2-1 on the money line, depending on where you do your shopping. The better bet is to bet them right here to win the NFC East, because if they beat the Eagles on Sunday, then their odds will vault to a point where you're getting immediate value on that bet. And if they beat the Eagles on Sunday, well, I mean, who's to say the Giants aren't the favorite to win the NFC East in a couple of weeks? Now, I know that's a crazy notion, but the standings are that tight. Anything could happen. It is 2020, Steve. Anything could happen.
Right.
I absolutely would not be laying that kind of juice for Philly, though. Too many injuries, too much uncertainty.
And by the way, that Giants number over the past 3 weeks has moved from 1,600 to 1,300 to now 1,000. And you're right, by the end of the week, they could be on the other side of things. All right, Jared Smith of SportsGrid, thank you so much for your insights. Make sure you check out our other segment on his top plays of the week. Thanks for watching Fanalysis.